Finally got my hands on a Citizen Nighthawk. I've had a couple of these in the past, but it was before I was doing videos, and I knew I was going to get one eventually to review on the channel, but I never really just got around to it because I didn't want the normal Nighthawk, which is a totally fine watch, and I'll cover this in a second on some other models, but they make a ton of different models, and there's people that collect these. And then when I found out, where did I find out? Not 100%, but I think the first time I heard of this particular model was on an episode of the Two Broke Watch Snobs, oddly enough, because if I'm not mistaken, I think Citizen released this Nighthawk Blue Angels edition right about the time of 2018 Bezel World. So here's the hang tag. This is a BJ7006-56L. There's the suggested retail of $475 and whatever other info you got on there. I purchased this one on eBay for $330, so you're going to be able to find them, even though the suggested retail is $475. You're going to find these, I think, safe bet around the $330 mark. You might be a little plus or minus of that. I took out 3 links. I always throw my links and pins in little jeweler's bags. Keep those separate. I really should label those. I have a bunch of bags. I'm probably going to get them all mixed up, but so far I've been pretty good at just matching it up by sight. But so real quick, let's go over the actual dimensions and everything of the watch itself. I measure across the diameter here 42.6 millimeter. Lug to lug is 47 millimeter. The thickness is 12.8 with that flat mineral crystal. Unfortunately, it is not a sapphire. They do make some of these with sapphire, not this particular model. And I'll show you that in a minute. It's 22 millimeter lug width, and it tapers down to a nice 18 millimeter. It has solid end links. And again, this is the Blue Angel Special Edition, which Citizen is no stranger to this. They've made many versions of Blue Angel in different models of watches, and I do have at least one more Citizen Blue Angel watch. I think I forget what it's called, the Nighthawk or something. I have one potentially being sent to me soon to review, so we'll have that too. But this is some sort of inlay. Typically, the entry-level Nighthawks will have just a not even a stamped. It's almost like a 3D etched or something into the case back. Some of the higher end ones will actually have a stamping or a deeper etching in them, a little bit nicer. See if we can find that. It does have a signed screw down crown. That is the Citizen Pro Master emblem. And a lot of nice brushing on this. And it's a little hard to tell with my lighting and camera, but I assure you this is a dark navy blue, as is the dial. And it may look black. If I can get certain angles, you might be able to tell that is a dark navy blue, which is the color for the Blue Angels they use. It is a navy, what do they use, a F-18? Actually, a town near where I live, their big festival, the Cherry Festival, the Blue Angels do come perform like every other year. We get the Blue Angels come in, and then the next year we'll get like the Thunderbirds. And this year, barring any disaster, the Blue Angels are scheduled to come to the Cherry Festival for 2018. So that is pretty cool that I have the watch, and maybe I'll wear this watch when I go watch them. So this does have the EcoDrive solar system for charging it. You can tell it's a quartz, and it has for all intents and purposes, I believe it's some sort of high torque motor, because you can tell with that second hand when it jumps, it doesn't bounce too much. It pretty much snaps into place pretty good. Not as good as that Seiko tuna I just reviewed, but it does really good. Nice large sword hands, and then if you look closely, you can see the lower hand has like airplanes. There's a white one there, and then tucked in there you have a yellow one. So right now, and you can do like a GMT function on this basically. It's a little weird to set, but right now I have it, so it says it's like 10 p.m. and then the yellow airplane there is pointed at the, so that'd be 20, that's 21. So that's like 11, right? Yeah, because 20 would be 10, so that's 11. So it's, but anyway, and then you also have this crown down here. And this moves that outer ring, and that's for doing calculations. I'm not going to get into that. For one, I don't know how to do it, so. And for two, I'm not going to learn how to do it. But there is some videos on it, and you can see when you move this, if you look really close, let me zoom in. When you rotate this, you can see it doesn't jump up and down. And what I mean by that, I'll show you on my Alpinist. So when I rotate the Alpinist, it's going to make a liar out of me. That's not doing it. This one's actually acting really smooth right now too. But sometimes the inner rotating bezels will actually, when you go to rotate them from left to right or whatever, they'll actually slide up and down a little bit inside their groove that they're mounted in. This one is very fluid, and it moves smoothly from left to right. It doesn't jump around, so it's really well done. Nice applied indices. And you can see it's almost layered when you look at the date window there. There's some depth to it, which is nice to see this much depth with a watch that is only 12.8 thick. Okay, so let me zoom back out. So when you unscrew the crown, it has a very nice, solid, pronounced pop to it. So when you go, I believe it's, okay, so when you go first position and you go this way, you can jump, see the hour hand? Did I jump out of position there? You can jump hours. And you do that without moving that GMT airplane hand. Unfortunately, it would be great if you could jump that backward and forward. You can't. So when you go this way, it actually jumps the date. And then also when you go all the way around, it will jump the date on you too. So a little bit of tricky there to get two different time zones set, but it's totally doable. Just a little bit of playing around. Not a big deal. Or, or you can go out to the third position, it hacks the seconds hand, and then you can adjust. This will adjust both time zones. So it has quite a bit of versatility with all that. Well, now we're stuck in between. That's going to drive me nuts. All right. So threads in really good. I'll give you a shot of it on my about a 7 1/8, 7 1/4, right in there somewhere. Wrist. It has that larger appearance to it, and that's just because the the crystal's so big, and the there's no bezel to it really. So it has a large appearance, but it is really only a 42.5 millimeter watch, so it wears nice clasp. It's all milled out. It has a really nice bracelet. There is some sharp edges. Those will kind of wear in as you go. It has 3 micro adjusts. I mean, it snaps into place really good. Everything looks good there. All right, so now that we talked about the watch, real quick, because I know this video is already going long, but I think I have to show you guys this. Because there is like a cult following for the Citizen Nighthawks, because there are so many different models. So there's the original one. This is just on the Watch You Seek forum, and you can see there's like the normal case back. It's just smooth, like laser printed in. And then there would be like the higher end one, or not necessarily higher end one, but some of these actually have like sapphire crystals, and they were like European models typically. So you can see, like, and this is where the collectors, if any of the collectors are on here, you guys can chime in the comments. But like, there'll be like different wording on the dial in different places, and there's different colors. There's like a silver one, and that one actually has a radio. Yeah, so some of them are radio controlled. They have different, where they can do like multi-band or something. And usually, from what I understand on my limited research, there's like a chronograph style one. Some of them have, so like when you go radio controlled, it'll actually have a sapphire crystal. So there's tons of different, and there's like rare ones. I don't know if they're necessarily a limited edition, but like this one here has a white chapter ring on the inside there. So, and then there's different colored dials you can get with the white, and then two tones, and there's a really nice blue one with the white. Some of these are actually really rare. So, you know, do a little bit of research. Watch You Seek is a good place to look. I don't know if there's any like Nighthawk Facebook groups or anything like that. But there's tons of them out there. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. And when you start looking around on eBay and stuff like that, you'll find them, because a lot of them are discontinued. This one did come in a pretty cool little plastic case. It's labeled and everything. Has that up there, which is, you know, softer texture, softer feel. It's kind of cool. So, I mean, not that everybody really uses these for anything, but kind of a cool little bonus. So, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I will try to answer them. I may try to get some natural light video of this to maybe capture some of that blue, but it really is a dark blue. Like, that's pretty true to the camera. So I'll see you on the next video. Sorry I went long on this one.